Welcome to another edition of False Nine, a playoff edition. I am here with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Mark. How are you today?
Doing good, man. How's
Are you?
everything over there?
Are
Huh?
you? Are you doing
Yeah,
good?
I'm doing just fine. Doing
Because
just fine.
I'm not. I'm in
I'm
full
peachy.
panic mode.
I'm peachy.
Are you? Because I'm not well.
Is it squeaky bum time?
Uh, Listen, my butthole has been puckered up since since they I don't even since they started getting their butt whooped. I don't even think I waited for the game to end. I saw it coming.
You
They were
did
just
say it.
terrible.
You said it. You said it. I was at the Panthers game. I was watching the game on my phone, and I nearly threw my phone on the ice.
All right. Before we get into all the formalities, let's talk about the game. Like, okay, break down what you saw. And besides me saying they played like crap, break down what you saw.
I mean, there's nothing. We fielded the same starting 11,
Uh-huh.
which was no surprise. We just didn't get the end product. Um, we had more of the possession. They they put away two chances, one being a pen. We were playing an extremely high line and dropping Busquets in as in a center back. And all it takes is one over the top ball, and it's all hell breaks loose, and you can't
Hmm.
have that. So I'm not sure what the reasoning was dropping Busquets in as a center back and just instead of just letting him play freely in the midfield. Uh, but evidently that always kills us. Over the top, through passage of play, through the middle, and then they're off to it on a break, and Nashville capitalized on it. I for one, the penalty. Novo should have done better, in my opinion. Should have come off his line a lot sooner.
Hmm.
And then, the contact is I felt it was more of a little bit of embellishment from Surge, but clearly, VAR and this and that is going to go and give it and not change their call on the field. So penalty stands, and you remind me are down 1-0 within 10 minutes. And I
Did you
was
think it was an embellishment, or do you think it was? I mean, because there is contact,
yes,
and it's at the end of the day, it's soccer. It's if you get contact, especially in the in the box, you go down. But I mean,
yeah.
is it unfortunate? Yes. Do I think it's an embellishment? I don't know. I feel I feel
Could be
less
argued that it
inclined.
was. I don't. Matter. It doesn't matter at this point because the game's over and done with, and
Uh huh.
VAR comes in, steps in, they keep the call on the field. Um, and it's 1-0 after the pen. And after that, it's just kind of slow, sloppy from Inter Miami at times. Nashville getting in on a couple chances. And then, the one that really breaks them or felt like it was a backbreaker was right before halftime. There's a big difference going in 1-0 down, then 2-0 down. And that's what happens. Bauer gets on the end of a cross. He falling or off a header, off a corner, excuse me. He's
Hmm.
falling on the ground. He's on the ground, and he just kind of kicks it into the goal, and it's 2-0. And it's kind of just a defeated goal to give up for Inter Miami, especially on the road. Conditions are not the best. Everything's going against them. This national team is ready to play. So they're 2-0 down, and everything seems to be going wrong for them.
Who did you think could have stepped up in that first half, or was it just an
Tadeo
empty
Allende, he had a
run of
chance to make
events?
it 1-1. He had a chance to make it 1-1 and puts it wide, doesn't even put it on frame. Sure, he can be argued that he was being dragged back a bit, but you're a professional footballer. You're not putting that in and tap in pretty much. And when we need this guy to be an X factor, he needs to step up. So he could have done better. Rodrigo De Paul could have done better. Suarez could have done better. So
And we're gonna get into Suarez. We're gonna get into Suarez a little bit later.
okay.
Um, expectations. And I still have it here. Expectations in August, on August 8th, 10 episodes ago, were MLS Cup. Have
Mm-hmm.
your expectations changed?
Yeah, but I can't go back on them. I still want I still need them to win this MLS Cup.
My expectations have changed for
And
this
this is where
season.
I'm just sort of just advanced at this point.
And that's exactly where I'm headed. My expectations have changed to
Just advanced.
it's not win the cup. It's don't get embarrassed the same way you did last season. And this would be one hell of an indictment on the Messi era um, in the MLS.
At Chase Stadium,
Does it
because
matter?
then you have the Messi era at Freedom Park.
No, no. It does. Freedom Park does not matter if you can't get past Saturday because you will arguably have had the best
Yes,
player
it
of
is a
all
failure
time.
with Messi and Busquets and Jordi Alba. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. No one else, you're not going to write it another way. It's not going to be said another way. That's just the formality of it. That's just the truth behind it. That's the team ringing you to stop talking about us like that.
pretty much. Yeah.
But honestly, dude, yeah, I was starting to get a little PTSD to last year to Atlanta. I'll be honest.
There
Um,
was news broke today about Atlanta as well, and we'll get that. We'll get to that at the end of the show as well.
but man, I mean, you have Inter Miami, still playing the game. They get chances in that second half. Suarez gets a chance, not able to put it. Gets another chance. I'm pretty sure. I believe Allende has another chance. Messi finally scores it. He gets a goal back in the run on the 80 something minute. I think it's like 85th. Wow, 85th plus, so closer to 90, I want to say.
mhm.
And then you get those 4 to 5 added minutes of additional time, and you're really trying to find something. Inter Miami couldn't get anything done, and you really ask yourself, you need these other players to step up. Jordi Alba didn't have that you know that game, but he did provide two balls in which could have ended in a goal. Rodrigo Paul, a lot of questions to be asked of him as of late. It's kind of do or die time for Miami, and you need this guy to show up and do something, anything at this point.
You mentioned Jordi Alba, and he announced his retirement.
Mm-hmm.
So did Sergio Busquets.
Mm-hmm.
Sergio Busquets' retirement was not a surprise to me, simply because you could see it in his body. You can see it in his play. He's laboring out there. His class still shows, but you can tell that it's a lot of effort. One, to go 90, and two, to do the things he expects of himself. Not necessarily what the team expects of him. It's what he expects of himself. Um, last game? Not the one they lost, the one they won.
Mm-hmm.
He lost the ball, or someone lost the ball. There was a pass towards the middle of the box, and he slid and completely took the ball away. And it took him a little bit to get up. It took him, like, he kind of gave you that limp of maybe I did a little bit too much on that play. and then he recovered as he went on. So that wasn't a surprise. Jordi Alba's was, because for a while he had been the most active of the three. Messi walks 90% of the time and then runs 10%, but that 10% he runs, it's running with purpose, and he gets things done. But
Mhm.
for a while, Jordi was the more active one. And these last few games, I see a lot more of Busquets in terms of the laboring and the not his body not doing what he wants to do. I don't know what your thoughts on that were.
I mean,
If you've
yeah,
seen it.
two-man midfield, he's asked to do a lot more, rather than him just free forming and free floating around and being positionless at times. And we're getting bright, and the Paul can cover spaces for him. He's pretty much trying to cover his own spaces and asked to play center back at times, and chase the ball. He does make those timely tackles, um, and yeah, his body does take a toll, but uh, it it doesn't change the fact that he's probably the second most important player on this team behind Messi in terms of what Inter Miami need to get done, and
Sergio,
Inter Miami yeah,
1,000%.
he needs to be in
If
a
not,
position to succeed.
I can
He
give you
needs
an
to be in a
argument that
position.
he might be the most important.
He doesn't need to be in a position where he needs to cover so much space. He needs players around him to do that for him, so he's able to be able to become available on the ball and show in spaces to break presses, to play that final ball, and to do everything he does.
Okay, before we get into that second half and just you know not the well what the third of it, the
I mean,
the final game. Do you think at any point Sergio becomes the coach of Inter Miami?
I could see it, but I can't
I
see
can
that
too. That's why
for.
I'm asking the
I mean,
question.
yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I'll answer simply. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so clear drubbing in game two. We turn our attention now to game three, and news broke that our favorite player has committed another dumb act, reviewed, assessed, and I saw conflicting reports. So I'll say this: I know for sure he's suspended for Saturday, but I also heard it was a 3 game ban.
I heard one game, and I've seen one game. I haven't
I don't
heard
know where I
three.
saw three, but okay, 1 game. Uh, Luis Suarez stupidly kicked somebody in places they shouldn't be kicked. Um, 1 game ban. Clearly, we know that substandard, lazy pundits out there immediately came to his defense based on what country he's from and not based on the act that was caught on camera. Um, just asking for proof, asking for procedure. Who cares? Your you. It reminds me a little bit of Top Gun, where they tell Maverick, you have to do it cleaner than everybody else
Mm-hmm.
because of the reputation he has. And I feel that applies to him. Suarez needs to be on his best behavior because anything incidental, given his past, given his reputation, is going to be not looked not looked as incidental. Um, Wanted your thoughts on it.
Yeah. Just a stupid act. There's no need for it. Um,
Away from the
quite,
play,
quite frankly, I'm just kind of done with this player on my team. Yeah, last year had a great season. He's been one of the greatest nines of his generation, arguably a top 5'9" in his prime. Played for a club I support in Liverpool, but the baggage that has come with him, the dirtiness, the stupid acts, the asinine comments,
Just the behavior overall.
everything. Yeah, just everything in this year already with the spitting incident in Seattle in the Leagues Cup final, and now this. It's unwarranted, for him to do that, but at the same time now, I'm kind of happy in terms of I don't want him on the pitch. He really hasn't done anything. Um, so we'll see where it goes. And as for pundits and all that stuff who clamor for him and things like that, and oh, you've never been in a competitive soccer game, so people don't know. It doesn't, you don't need to be in a competitive soccer game to see what's dirty, what's not dirty, what's stupid, what's not stupid. It's that simple. There have been many competitive soccer games everywhere around the world. Every day there's a competitive soccer game.
Hmm.
Sure, you see harsh tackles that are reds. You see, harsh, tackles that are this and that, but the stupidity to kick out at someone away from a play, and then get suspension for it is just stupid.
And there have been examples. It's not just a soccer thing. There have been examples of this type of a player in other sports. One of the most notable ones is Dennis Rodman.
Draymond Green.
Absolutely one of the greatest rebounders in the game. Probably his talent overshadowed by the fact that he was a complete hothead,
Yeah,
just dumb. Um, Another one that comes to mind again in basketball is Ron Artest, probably one of the greatest defenders. There overshadowed because hothead. Um, so it's not just soccer, and I agree with you. I think I'm ready for him to not be on the team anymore.
I think this closes the door on that chapter. I really do hope it does. So we can bring in young, fresh legs, a striker who can play up top, and someone who can run and not spit at people and do all the other unnecessary things.
If only we had a young player,
I mean,
tall,
if we keep saying
linear.
if only and if only, we'd be here for 3 days
But we
discussing these
did.
players
That's
that
I think that's my point. The fact that
I
we did
know, I know, but we
away
could be here.
Campana.
We'll be here for days discussing if only we had a certain player of this caliber, of this type of play style. You can go
You mean
on
like
and
our
on.
goalkeeper?
I'm not gonna fault you. Novus has played fine. I'm fine with Nova.
No. I'm not.
With
Listen,
Rocco.
that was not an indictment at
No, I know,
Noble. It's just what we had and what we have
I know.
is is
It
perplexing
is what it is.
from this franchise.
Um,
I
I'll
feel
be
like
there.
this. I feel like Inter Miami has moved next to the franchise that plays in Miami Gardens.
Very close to it at times. Um, but man, I don't know. I want this team to succeed. I want this team to advance. Right now, that's all I'm worried about is just advancing. And it's pretty much a year to date on Saturday when we were bounced last year. Um, so I'm
Listen.
really,
He retired. Voldemort is gone.
I
Um,
know, I don't know, I don't know.
the curse has to be broken.
It does. I agree. I'm there Saturday, so I'm hoping my good juju
What's
can
your
break.
record? I think you have one blemish on your record.
Yeah, a 5-3 loss to Chicago this year is my blemish.
God, Berhalter got you again.
He did. I've had one loss all year.
Okay, so you will be
I'm
there.
really not making it. I really don't want to make it too.
Okay, so tell me what you expect in this third game.
I expect a lineup change, honestly, up top. Obviously up top.
Forced.
Is this? Can we bring? Are we gonna play the same back four? I think we are. Are we gonna slide in Messi as as a false nine type of striker type of thing? Are we going to put Allende
Ah,
up there, bring on Segovia, play Baldassar on the right or on the left, Segovia on the right, Messi down the middle, then Allende in front of them with the same two-man midfield? I would probably stick with the same.
is there an
Um,
Obando sighting somewhere?
I don't know if he's healthy or not. That guy's had a hamstring injury ever since he stepped foot in South Florida, so I'm not sure. Um, Silvetti can be a guy that they look to.
Okay.
I need this team to come out, and
Smoking.
I will say, huh?
Smoking. Like you need them to come
Guns
out
blazing,
backs out
guns
of hell.
blazing. I mean, I want to see pressing. I want to see them turning that ball over. 50-50 balls, 50-50 challenges going in, making a challenge in the first 10 minutes.
Do you
Being
sacrifice Sergio for Yannick?
no, if you sacrifice anybody, it'd be DePaul for Yannick, but that's not going to happen. So, yeah, we may see a three back. We don't know. Bringing in Luhan I mean, I'd probably flip my shit if I saw that, honestly. But it's not out of the realm of possibility. I was so high horse on this team after the first game. Like, okay, this team is gonna get it done in Nashville, this and that.
What did I tell
I
you?
was I
What
was
did I
brought
tell
back
you?
down to earth.
I told you that I was
Two
going to
feet
be in
firmly on the ground.
full panic mode. I told you it was going to be full panic mode.
I mean,
And
yeah,
sir,
you
I am
you're full
there.
panic. You've reached full panic stations.
I am at DEFCON 1. My hand is on the button. My fingers on the button. Um, listen, don't make any sudden movements or
Or else.
uh-huh. Yep.
Brother, it's
Full SpongeBob going nuts mode right now.
I hate that we're in this predicament again. I really do. It
Okay, so
sucks. It's so bad.
news broke today that Atlanta United has hired is in final stages of hiring a new manager. Um the one and only Tata Martino.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts on the club legend going back to his original suitor, um, paired again with, my God,
Miguel Almiron,
no,
Chris
isn't that
Henderson,
where Henderson went?
Chris, yeah, Chris Henderson, yes.
Yeah, paired again with competent management. Um, I feel like it was the universe having Voldemort retire and
That was his sacrifice. Bradley Johnson
Slytherin
was his
lives.
sacrifice.
Slytherin lives.
Look, man, that Atlanta United team, yes, it was broken, but they still have quality players. With Lobjanitse, um, Christian Muyamba, Miguel Almiron, and you have Jamal Tiare and Latela, who underperformed this season, but still of quality, I
He
believe.
beat us. He killed us. Yeah, didn't he have two headers in one game?
Yeah. It'll be a very interesting offseason what they do in Atlanta, but he returns to the place where he won the MLS Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So fans are happy, organization's happy. So let's see if they can right their wrongs. But we're not worried about Atlanta, as I'm more worried about the pink 11 that are going to be put out on the field Saturday night and what's going to come of them.
So, what if you're? I'm placing you on the sideline. What do you tell this club before coming out?
I mean, you have 90 minutes to right the wrong of last year and the entirety of this season. You have one game to fight for to advance. Um, anything that you've worked on, anything that has transpired this season has led you to this moment. It's about grabbing the set between your legs and going out there and playing.
Okay.
I mean, it's time. Grab the set, go out
Do you
there,
say anything specifically to number 10?
dominate, do whatever the f you need to do.
Okay. I'd be more inclined to say, listen, this is a legacy game.
It's not a legacy game for him. He does. He
No,
wants to win. Yes, it's a
it's a
legacy for the
legacy game.
organization.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's a legacy game for his time at the club.
Yes.
Not him in because he's clearly the greatest of all time, but
Yes. 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 Yes.
it's a legacy game for him here. Because if last season had not happened, whatever. But last season happened, and it appears to be repeating itself this season. There's a stink to his time here, not only results wise, dysfunction wise, personnel wise, and winning cleans up a lot of that stink. So it's a legacy game in terms of how he will be perceived in this stop of his career, especially given the fact that everyone says Messi and friends. So it's not for lack of his people, I guess, would be.
I just wish the Messi and Friends thing would stop, but it's not. It's what we've become. It's who we are, who we're gonna be.
It's who they've leaned into. It's who they've built the box around.
And yeah, yeah, no, you're right.
So it's a legacy game. And the dum dum on the sideline yelling for no reason is coaching for his job. I
I
think.
don't think so. I don't know. I'm not so sure about that. I'm really not.
I don't think this fan base. I think the fan base would.
They don't care about the fan base. They don't. They really. I really truly believe win or lose, he's back next year.
Regardless of this ending in disaster tomorrow on Saturday.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I yeah. I don't know what to say.
Okay. All right. Well,
It's. I wish this could have been a show where previewing the next round or looking forward to the next round, but
you can't.
unfortunately, I can't. I
No,
can't.
given what happened last season, you can't.
Or given what's happened this season, the inconsistency. I was ho hum thinking that we can gain momentum after a win here at home, and hmm, boy was I wrong. Boy
100%.
was I wrong.
And I warned you about it too.
I know you did. You
I
don't have
I
to rub it anymore. I know you did.
I can't. I can't. I can't get on board with any confidence on this team. And
I can't blame, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
it's the same thing with the Heat. I can't get on board with any confidence whatsoever. None. So, all right. Half hour of doom and gloom. Um, we're left to be hoping for a win, and we're sending our luckiest charm in you out there. Even though Greg Berhalter seems to be your kryptonite.
Look, one of two things are gonna happen. Next
Yeah,
Wednesday
you're
show,
win or
next
lose.
Wednesday or Thursday show is gonna be we're advancing to face whoever in the semifinals, or a season recap, hour and a half, maybe even 2 hour long show.
I don't know if I can do that, man. I don't
I
know if
know,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be.
Or you
I'd
just
be
let me
so
just look,
dejected.
just open mic it and let me rant,
I can do that.
and you listen, and you just plug in whenever you want to plug in,
I'd
and
be
I'll
so
literally
dejected.
I'll bullet point everything.
I do the show like this.
Just
Just
listening to me.
kind of like back in the
I
day. Just
I can't have it. For me, I cannot have it. I can't. I really cannot have it.
okay.
Yeah.
So Saturday, 7 o'clock,
8
right?
p.m.
7 p.m.
8.
8. Where did I see 7?
It's at
Okay.
8.
8 p.m. Saturday. Um, Apple TV, yes.
Yep.
Apple, yeah. 8 o'clock Saturday. Apple TV. Um, for those not at the game. Um, we'll see you guys on Wednesday. Hopefully, to keep having more episodes of False Nine to the end of the season. If not, we'll just open mic it for Mark and just let him go ham on it. All right. Anything else before we get out of here? News? Anything?
I mean, Liverpool won yesterday.
Champion.
Talk to me.
Folarin Balogun scored.
He did. He
Um,
did.
they play Saturday against Paraguay at 5.
They do.
And then Tuesday versus the Tuesday after, not that Tuesday, one after that, against Uruguay and at Raymond James in Tampa. So if you can make the drive, support that team. I'm sure that um, pundits will be there in full support of tomfoolery against the U.S. men's national team. But all right, for everyone here at False Nine and Kendall Sports Network, in later on tonight, tune in to Deron Butler on Heat Zone Live. He will be narrating the Miami Heat basketball game like he does every night. There's a game. Tune in if you listen to him while watching the game. And then we will start back up on Tuesdays with the Dolphin Chronicles. We had we were having personnel issues, but we've gotten those behind us. Talks of extension, talks bit of a salary cap issue with personnel, but I think the accounting team has got that ironed out. So
Okay, good.
Tuesday +9, Deron Butler Heat Zone Live, and we'll see you guys next week. All right, guys, have a good one.